destroy my world!
Alright guys, so today we have another Marvel Rivals video for you today. And today we're going to be talking about what to expect for tomorrow's news drop. And tomorrow, of course, it is going to be Tuesday, June 9th. And what that means, we're getting a new dev blog video from yours truly, Guang and Jiang. Well, mainly just Guang, because Jiang, you know, he 50-50. So, but yeah, so what we're going to expect is basically the balance patch. And we're going to be looking at what the new hero Cyclops is going to be looking at. We're going to see what his role is going to be. We're going to see what his abilities are, and we're basically just going to see what season 8.5 is going to bring. So in today's video, I basically just wanted to talk about everything that I'm hoping to see tomorrow and what to expect, because quite honestly, there's a lot of things that we ask about Marvel Rivals, and there's a lot of things that we want to get buffed and nerfed and all the crazy new heroes that we want. But at the end of the day, Marvel Rivals is just one of those games that seems to break our expectations, whether it be for the good and a lot of times for the bad. So, in all honesty, tomorrow is going to be one hell of a day, because I am honestly, guys, I'm quite worried. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what heroes you want to see starting season 9. So yeah, let's talk about the balance patch. This is pretty much on everyone's top priority list, honestly, even more than Cyclops, to be honest, because the new heroes, I mean, it's cool and all, but quite honestly, the balance patch is slightly more important at this point. If you've been playing the game since the very beginning, or the alpha or the beta or whatever, this is pretty much where all of us are at. We're at the point where we basically take a lot of priority and the balance patch slightly over the new hero. Of course, the new hero is important, but the new hero can either add fuel to the fire, add completely nothing to the game, or simply is somewhere in between. So basically, let's start off with the balance patch. What I want and what I expect is basically two separate things. So what I want for the new balance patch tomorrow is basically the same thing that we've all been asking for since the very beginning, and that is Widow buffs, Blade buffs, Rogue buffs, Scarlet Witch buffs, Black Panther buffs, and for the nerfs, I'm basically looking at Phoenix, Moon Knight, Daredevil, and Gambit ult. Those are the main things that I'm honestly looking forward to the next update. I'm not too sure about other heroes besides that. I think they're pretty good where they're at. I mean, some heroes might need more tweaking than others. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys would like to see get changed with this new update, and what you guys hope to see in tomorrow's dev blog. And of course, when the new patch ends up dropping, of course I'm going to be making a whole separate video over analyzing everything and giving my opinions on it, and just kind of giving my 2 cents on the matter of how the game is possibly going to proceed once we know what Cyclops does, what category he falls into, and what the balance patch is looking like. And another thing to keep in mind, guys, is that Marvel Rivals a lot of times tends to, depending on the outrage of the community, they're going to go out of their way to either add more balance patches right before the update drops, or they can do just what they did with White Fox and just simply buff the character 2 days after they get released. So we honestly just can't really predict how they're going to move with this game. It's all up in the air, to be quite honest. But yeah, basically for Blade, I would probably like to see his shotgun get reworked to where the very close range pellets automatically just spread, so it doesn't do that little bit of damage at the very close range. You can actually just do the whole full damage up close and medium range. And I would like for his vampire state to just completely remove that stupid negative healing reduction effect that it has on him. I think that's just kind of like dumb in my opinion. I know that he has like pretty decent lifesteal, but like in a team-based game with 6 players, that quite honestly there's a lot of poke that is terrorizing the game, and Blade being for the most part a close quarter anti-healer, I think it's kind of important for him to have some sort of survivability that doesn't include just getting shields just by pressing every button. I mean, just look at Daredevil, right? You don't even gotta hit a target to get shields. You just throw your baton and do a random ability and you get shields. Look at Star-Lord, you just do a flip and you get 25 shields. Look at Elsa Bloodstone, you just dash left and right or whatever and you get shields. Like, all these DPSs have some sort of shield mechanic to protect them and give them more survivability. I would like the same with Blade, quite honestly. I would like to see Blade get a pretty huge boost in his survivability and just rework his shotgun a little bit, honestly, because the shotgun, yeah, I get it's like medium range, but you're not really going to get too much value considering that it's the shotgun itself isn't even a hit scan. So I don't even see the point in forcing Blade to have this shotgun that's pretty much just for medium range only. I mean, look at Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone pretty much uses a shotgun, but it can like snipe you, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Also, Punisher has a true shotgun that can one-shot you up close and can shred tanks up close. He can pretty much kill anybody up close with no problem. But then Blade, his shotgun is forced to this medium range that's not even a hit scan, and on top of that, his actual blade isn't even that all reliable unless you're 1v1ing somebody, and even then it's kind of risky. So yeah, that's just one of the few changes I would like to see with Blade. Maybe his ult, I'm not too sure about his ult because he does get it quite frequently, so I'm not too sure if they should buff it or not. Let me know down in the comment section below. But again, like considering that Daredevil exists, considering that Deadpool exists, right, characters that pretty much do what Blade does but better, I think we can somewhat survive with a decent Blade buff. I just hope that if they do end up doing a significant buff to Blade, that it doesn't break the game, right? Because the last thing I want is to go from a Blade enjoyer to a Blade hater. Oh, and another character that I forgot to mention was Black Cat. A lot of times, like, these characters come out really hard to learn, and I made several videos on Black Cat as to like why she's like a perfect hero in her design wise, and I still stand by that. And I know that she's broken. I understand that she's broken. I do believe she deserves some sort of nerf. But you have to admit that she's the type of character that it took a while for people to catch on to notice how good she actually is, right? Like, not a lot of people were playing her just because of the simple fact that she was really difficult to play. But if you picked her up from day one and you actually started mastering her and learning her kit and all this and that, you actually had a lot of value with her. She was pretty much just BP on crack, really. But now that most people end up catching on, she's really, really annoying to play against. She has good dashes, she has an invisibility, she has grounded ability, she has this like the whiplash attack that's really annoying. And of course, the main thing that everybody hates is the iframes. That iframe she has, that she gets a free attack on you, and the ultimate, don't even get me started on the ultimate. The ultimate is really, really annoying. But yeah, I do believe she is gonna get a nerf. Hopefully she gets a nerf, but at the same time, like, you gotta admit that if you picked up Black Cat from the very beginning, you have to admit that not a lot of people were really good with her, and she was just straight up a really good character because not a lot of people knew just how broken she was. So for the most part, you get to play her, be really good at her, and then it took all this time for people to actually realize just how good she is. So in a way, I do prefer this type of design where it's gonna take a lot of time for people to catch on just how annoying she can really be. And I just hope that Cyclops is also in the same ways designed similarly, where he's really strong but hard to learn. But yeah, that's my personal patch wish list, I guess you can say. Of course, Widow, I mean, Widow just needs a rework. I understand that she's a sniper and she shouldn't one-shot. I understand that. And I kind of stand by the fact that, like, if snipers in these types of games are just going to be really, really bad just because they're snipers, I think there shouldn't be any snipers in the game to begin with, right? Especially because characters like Hela and Phoenix are in the game. They pretty much fulfill that role much better than any sniper could ever hope for, just because, you know, they're hit scan, they shoot really fast, and they're really annoying. But someone like Widow, I do believe it's probably fair to give her a buff, maybe some Uzis instead. I don't know, like maybe she needs like a grappling hook or something. Maybe get rid of her sprint gauge. I mean, I don't know, like she's a super soldier just like Captain America, right? I believe. I don't quote me on that. But if she is, like, why is it that Cap has infinite run and Widow doesn't? Not to mention that she only has one stun. And if she misses the headshot on you after she stuns you, she's pretty much dead, like, no matter what. So yeah, her survivability is really, really bad, and her damage is really inconsistent. Even if you do end up landing a lot of headshots, it's just really, really, really inconsistent overall for the game. So I do believe she deserves a rework. In a similar vein, I do think that BP deserves a rework, just because he's really is the type of character where if you buff him too much or just even a little bit, he will terrorize the game. His playstyle is a make or break, and there's really no silver lining with him. There's no in between. So maybe his way of playing, his playstyle needs to be reworked just a little bit. So he's kind of like strong, but hard to learn, hard to master, and, you know, someone that you can actually counter as well. That's kind of the thing with BP, is that he is really fun to play. He's really strong, but the problem is, like, there's so many characters that just counter Black Panther that it's honestly not even fair. And it's not even fun, because it's like the moment someone goes Namor, The moment someone goes Thing, the moment someone goes Bucky, well, Bucky not anymore because they got rid of his grounded ability from his uppercut, but you know, these are the type of things that I'm saying. Like, you can catch a BP and instantly kill him. There's nothing BP can do, right? All he has is 2 dashes, and like, that's it. If he messes up even one time, he's dead. He can't fly, he can't jump, he can't do nothing, you know. So it's like, yeah. So I honestly wish and hope that he gets a slight rework. Wanda also, I do believe this like needs some sort of, like, her primary fire needs to be changed a little bit. I'm not a fan of characters that you just hold one button, look in that general direction, and just, you know, things happen for you. Those types of characters, in my opinion, should not get buffed. I think if they're gonna get buffed, I think there needs to be some sort of skill gap increase in the same vein. So hopefully they do something like that. And of course, the nerfs to Daredevil, Black Cat, Gambit ult, and Phoenix, they're pretty self-explanatory. They're just really annoying. Daredevil, I understand, and even Gambit, they've gotten slight nerfs throughout the patches, but it's just not enough, right? Like Gambit, they constantly nerfing his survivability and his neutral game when that's not even really the problem. It's just his ult. It's just his ult. And the one time that they did nerf his ult, they also had to do a compensation buffs, which is just another stupid philosophy balancing thing that they got going on that I genuinely despise. I hate that they just can't nerf a character and let it be. They just have to buff them in some other ridiculous manner. I don't like that. I don't understand that. I hate characters that solely rely on their ults to be good, because if Gambit, realistically speaking, if Gambit didn't have that overpowered ultimate, he honestly would be really bad, in my opinion. I don't like, his neutral game is fine, but it's just right now it's just not as good as it was, and his ultimate is the only thing that is making him a ban worthy character just because of his ult. It is a team wipe. It is really annoying. It is really stupid that a character like Gambit is not a problem until he ults. So that's the balancing part of the news drop for tomorrow. The next up is going to be the new hero, Cyclops. So this is pretty much the biggest mystery of 2026. What is Cyclops going to be? Is it going to be a tank? Is he going to be a DPS? Is he going to be a support character? Who knows? The only way we're going to know is tomorrow, once the dev block pops up and we get to see Guang saying he is whatever. He's a tank, he is a duelist, he's a support. And honestly, I pray to God that he's a tank or a support. I do not want more DPSs in this game. Please, for the love of God, I'm so tired of randoms just immediately picking DPS and getting absolutely zero value on the characters that they so desperately want to play. It is really annoying. These types of popular characters needs to be like tank or healer, just because it'll at the very least help everyone else on a team balance things out, right? Like, I know we just got Devil Dinosaur, but so what? Who cares? Make him another tank. Like, no one plays tanks. I think tanks are the least played like role right now. People would much rather play triple support over picking a second tank, and that's just because Devil Dinosaur is out. If not for Devil Dinosaur, no one would play tank, period. I know that Hulk is strong, but not a lot of people like to play Hulk because he is a little bit difficult to learn. But Devil Dinosaur is really easy and he's really strong. But the moment you pick Devil Dinosaur, the other person that wanted to play Devil Dinosaur is just gonna, instead of going to a second tank, it's just gonna go and play a support. So that's just a real problem, a real pain in the ass, in my opinion. So for me, I'm a tank main. I'm just gonna be straight up biased. I hope he's a tank, so that way I can have a second tank with me instead of having triple support. I would really love that. But honestly, the real reason I don't want a DPS is because I'm afraid that he's gonna be another Elsa Bloodstone. He's gonna be another Daredevil, right? He's gonna be another Black Cat, where he's just so utterly broken that, like, there's nothing you can do about it, and just hope and pray that they nerf him the next patch. And he's just going to be another character that you're going to have to permanently ban in rank. That's the one thing I don't want. I don't want to hate this character just because he's really annoying and really broken in Marvel Rivals, right? Taking a beloved character and a popular character like Cyclops and making him really broken is the last thing I want. I do want him to be good, but if he's just going to be broken as the next DPS, it's going to be really difficult to play the game. It's just gonna be real frustrating because, like I said, there's not enough bans in the game to ban every annoying character in the game, especially because there is no turn-based bans. There's a really high chance that you're just gonna ban the same character when you're playing rank. So I just don't want Cyclops to be another character that you just have to ban. So yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents on Cyclops. Of course, we're gonna go over every ability he has once the video drops for him tomorrow. So please make sure you like and subscribe, and so you can stay up to date. I'll be dropping a video the moment the dev block comes out. And of course, the last thing I wanted to talk about with season 8.5 is the fact that we're most likely going to get teasers for the new characters for season 9. So there's a lot of rumors. I mean, there's teasers everywhere for pretty much a lot of characters, but the main ones I'm seeing right now is Gore and the Hood. And quite honestly, I'm down for Gore just because I want more villains in the game. There's honestly literally no villains besides Ultron, and even Ultron in the lore, he's kind of like helping out the heroes just because he got revived or something like that. Like Iron Man rewired him or something like that. I genuinely want more villains in the game. I think it's honestly about time we stop getting like actual heroes and starting getting more villains, right? I mean, we just saw Carnage and Green Goblin in Marvel Tokon, the new fighting game that's going to be coming out real soon this year. I would very much like to see Green Goblin, Carnage, obviously. I want to see Gore. I want to see Thanos. I want to see Kang the Conqueror. I want to see Doom. I want to see like just straight up villains, bro. Like, we need villains in this game. This is not Marvel Rivals. This is just Marvel Heroes.